And we're going to start recording because it's time to begin. Alright. So, this is what we're up to. We cleared out this whole area last time. We actually can push this probably up to like there and there now. Really reclaim that rare metals. And then we can start doing all kinds of fun things in here. And start going really mega. Another thing we need to do... Oh yeah, at the end of last time, I noticed I had a fair few speed modules in my pocket, so I sorted that out. And that seems to be chugging away nicely. Probably to the point where I can start doing prod mods. How's this generally looking? Because I want to go mega next. Is that your post-stream reminder? Okay. Yeah, because I'll probably forget. Not gonna lie. Okay, that's getting eaten. Well, it's getting sufficiently eaten. Actually getting enough glass... Never mind. Not getting enough glass, but that's a work in progress. This Krastorio eats a surprising amount of... that's why. A surprising amount of stone. Last one for 800 community game. Organized community server. Trouble is, $30 a month to pay for a community server is hard to budget for, shall we say. Sand is a nightmare. It's rough. So, not gonna lie, the emotes, I don't do Fiverr stuff. Like, I want, for the channel, for people who subscribe, I always wanted the emotes to be really good looking, and really good value for everyone, so I spend a lot of money on emotes. Like, most people would just say, oh, just go to Fiverr and you pay like $5 US for a whole set of them. Yeah, so, mine are more like $40. Each, to give you some idea. So yeah, coffee time. But I want good stuff. I don't want to for people to subscribe. For anyone who's subscribed, find Bass there pretty much. It's actually the artist that I've got. Yeah, oh yeah, they are worth $40. I worked it out. They pay for themselves in 10 subs. So it's not terrible. Like, when you put it in that perspective, like, it's 25 euros normally, and that's only about 10 subs worth. So if you get 10 extra subs out of it, that's an instant return. And then, it's, which is actually what's happened previously, is you get those 10 subs, you get another emote slot. So you get another 25 euro emote, because you got another slot, another 10 subs. Hey, all good. Guy who didn't get the job to make your emotes, the guy got second place, you got his details. And just like that, they're paid for. Thank you very much, Camp. I really appreciate that. I mean so much to me. Like, I think of the emotes as part of the report. Yeah, tier 2 as well, so that actually pays for all of them. That's what, 10, 20, 30, 40... Yeah, that's like 5 emotes right there. Thank you very much for that, Cloud Camper. Really appreciate it. Like, as I say, like, I want the emotes to be part of the reward for supporting. So I don't want to use... I don't want to cheap out on you. Like, you give me support and then I just... I can't words it. Like, I don't want to give you crap in return. I want to give you something good. Like, for the support. This is my way of saying... of showing my appreciation. Falcamper is returning the favour just with the tier 2s like that. That's unbelievable. But I think I managed to words that. Falcamper certainly making a good effort in me using the words and things like... it's gone. It's gone. The words are gone. You done it. You win. Oh, you're out of that thing. Yeah, I sucked it dry. But then again, when I say I sucked it dry, what I really mean is I need more stone. Because this thing's looking real sad. Done for the day? Yep, done for the day. Stream's over. Everyone go home. Alright, I think first item on the agenda is... Spy. Have you actually seen the new sketches, Valcamper, on the Discord? Oh, I love the Back to the Future one. It's so good, isn't it? Because, like, that's... I think, that's the artist came up with... Well, Boro came up with it, and then the artist, sketched that. Have a look now. It's good. Yeah, we've been having some emote discussions on Discord lately. Because I want to... Yeah, it's... Because I want to refresh what's already here, because there's a few that are not really being used, and I always intended on rotating them in and out. And there's a few things coming soon, which is really cool, which we'll find out more about next month. But yeah, I want to get a whole lot of stuff done and roll it out next month. Like I already got a few things here and there, like the channel currency has its icon now. Got the koala coins, an actual coin icon. And we can actually use the coins as an emote as well because it's the same dimensions, which is really nice. Also really nice because the artist he made like 5 versions of the coin, and they're all really good. Like he made so many variants, and they're all so good. I don't want to waste them by hiding them away. Alright, all I need is one more module. Had to wake up again. Can you actually see the glow of the screen from it going to sleep? Yeah, I have to poke it out. Oh, you know what? Let's... Personalize? That? It's on high performance. Not display in... We'll set it to 30 minutes. Because inevitably I always bump the mouse. That's usually what keeps it awake. We need that one off. It is great. It's getting done. I actually asked him about another one, which was a sort of thing. It was like a koala holding a ruler, which is bent. And it was like a way of looking like holding a tape measure and then looking really confused. That was the sort of the fundamental idea I had. That was the best expression I could have of bringing that to life. And then I was just like, hey, why don't I throw a glitch on? Why don't I take one job and throw a glitch on it? It's so simple and effective. It's brilliant. Now we need stone. There's a puddle of stone right there. Let's go get some stone. Let's grab some bots, actually. Do I have an outpost builder? I don't remember. I need to actually... Oh, fine. Be that way, bots. That's where all the circuits are going. It's just filling up those smelters. I thought I did do a outpost build. I did a supply train. I didn't do one. Oh well. Alright, so we want... in fact, I'm gonna make a train to do it. I'm not gonna do that. Let's just tap off into there. Let's make this even more terrible than it already is. I'll even make it extra wonky. Just for good measure. Because that's how we roll. Yeah, this will save a lot of hassle if I actually bother to do this part. Alright. Grab... what else was there? Just thinking of the emotes. Yeah, the one-off. The educate, I'm probably going to go with the first one, with the holding up, holding it right up, because that actually reminds you, holding the thing up like really high over his head. That actually reminds me of the stick one from, which one was it? Cream. I thought you might like that one too, Falcamper. But yeah, the Back to the Future one, it works in so many situations. I don't know if you saw as well, there's a snug coming. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, there's a snug coming. There is... It's the koala cuddling a blanket. What else is there? There's an evil, which I haven't seen it. We're just waiting on the final colorized version. What else is there? Yeah, we'll call it build a load. Also, while I remember, the music is now on Amazon Music. If you've seen the pop-up, it's on there. Very likely, it's probably telling you need Prime Unlimited, unfortunately, which is really annoying. That's the way it rolls. Alright, we need them. Haven't heard the last two songs so far? You got no pop-up? You got a pop-up blocker on, that's why. We need them. Say 4. We'll just do Body Outpost from now on. Gonna add more robot ports, because never have enough, because only stack in 10. No pop-up blocker disabled on Twitch? It should be at either side, either one of those sides. Mark 3. How do I make that? Oh, we can make it. Oh. Such a spicy meatball. Alright, substations, big poles. I'm gonna duplicate this across both wagons as well. What else? Probably should add some track. Like that. Bots. Bots are important. There. I think that's everything. That's everything. Could probably swap out these chests. And duplicate across there. 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 11, 12. Did you see on the FFF, the requested chests are going to get more... You hear dashboard? No, I'm not going to do belt. Yeah, you should hear... Where is it? First Mouse. It's a pretty cool song. It's like one of the few good songs they do, actually. I don't know how I found it into my regular... Just found it one day and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll just keep that in my regular rotation. It's a pretty cool video too, for this song. Chests. And we're throwing down that host. Thank you very much. Like the Amazon Music feature? It's good. It has a lot of potential. Problem is that Prime Unlimited is per region, as we very quickly found out, which severely kneecaps its usability. Mark 2s. One of the next things actually on my hit list is the overlays. I'd like to refresh those. Your basic Prime should be the same, like, because we're in the same region, you should hear all of the songs that I've chosen, whereas people in the US won't be hearing, may not be hearing this song even. That also needs to live there. How's that? Does that work? I might even lift the chat up even further and squeeze it under there. I might actually integrate it into one of the others overlay sets. That could actually be not those, but these. Yeah, like that. Should you start using superior inserters? Yeah, can't do it. Yeah, see, it's, region specific. It's so dumb. Speaking of dumb, I didn't make it too crazy. Oh, that's one way to flood your inventory. I've been meaning to have a chat with them about it and see what I can turn up. I feel like we can improve upon it. Because they do have a vested interest in making it work. It depends on what Amazon/Twitch wants to do. Because as I was saying when I turned it on, like there is the big copyright apocalypse coming. Like a copyright apocalypse is coming. Bots will say. I don't think bots are being made properly. Because that's why I haven't got any in my inventory. Oh no, because I didn't set it. That also would help. Track. I have a problem with this tick box. I may or may not have mentioned it once or twice before. I have a problem with this tick box. Back, substation, okay, all 3 poles. The reason I'm doing them one at a time is that way the thing doesn't deadlock itself by not being able to insert the last item. That's why I'm doing it one item per chest. Because if you've ever done this, if you've ever done one of these before, inevitably what happens is if you put all the chests in one, like it'll go to insert 12, a full stack, grab a full stack of 12 red chests, but if it can only put in 10, there'll be 2 stuck in its arm. And it won't be able to swing back and return them. Just sit there forever. I decide that Twitch streamers are worth enough money to be worth the hassle. Yeah, basically. Stack inserters to 1, which basically defeats the purpose of having stack inserters. The best way is still the classic, using long inserters, double banker long inserters. Then you get 12 per side instead of 6. Substations. I still would like to do community playlist though. I need to make a channel on Discord for that. Need to get off my ass and do it. It's like a lot of things I need to get off my ass and do it. $20, $50, blah blah. Push that down a little bit. Signals, and then that's it. I don't mind it on cheap items, but expensive items I don't really want to overstack. Admittedly, the only thing it's really good for is... that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Copy paste. Yeah, you can do 6, then 6, and now you got 12. That's an ancient trick, that one. That's before stack insert. That's a pre-stack inserter thing to get even more out of a train. Very old, that one. It's not effective anymore. For pulling stuff out of trains. Oh, we're putting stuff here now. And here. We don't need so much stone. How sad is that stone patch looking? Very. It's gonna be loading forever. Don't just stream and Twitter account is getting decent amount of copyright strikes for music in the background of Twitch clips posted on Twitter. Yeah, because they're actually pursuing it on Twitter. You're genuinely not supposed to, like, it's not as bad as the people rebroadcasting like a basketball game and then pretending to play the game, or a football game pretending to play it. You definitely can't do that. That's asking for trouble. Because you're stepping on the toes of people who paid very big money to be able to have the exclusive rights to broadcast. That's a fight you don't want to get yourself involved in. Boop. Let's take what we got and get a train going. Trains. Seeing as though this one's going to be there for quite some time, I think it's safe to copy that, paste it here. Also going to be a bit sneaky. Just do a bit of that. Bit rude. Not doing a proper proper junction and all that, but I will. Take the scissors to my junctions. It's all good, isn't it? You need a way of escaping. Downside to this being a default map is the resources are kinda sad. Music works? Can hear it in the VODs? Can't hear it in the VODs? Yeah, because it's playing separately, so it doesn't invade the VODs. Find the right thing. It's just too bad about the whole region thing, say. And then we can set up a playlist. Like, once we iron it out, we can set up a playlist and everything. So right to Music Unlimited. It's like $30 a month though. That's the only reason why I won't do it. Hang on, actually before you do, let me sign up for the affiliate program. Then sign up. That way I get recognition for it. Yeah, just wait until that's sorted out. Then it's all good. Then go nuts. $15 a month? Yeah, it's like 30 here. Stone. See you somewhere. There it is. You are missing one. Aren't you? Confused. Oh, I'm way off. Jeez. It's too bad the sound quality does vary a lot. Like, this one actually sounds pretty rough. $50. 600. They really gimped the robot bot capacity. It's really restrictive. Don't you have a radar? Oh, I see. That would help it. It's always something dumb like that. Do I already have Spotify, so I'm not subscribing to another? Yeah. Like, there's no sense for subscribing to a second one. It's actually interesting, as like Spotify's already cornered the market. There's no reason, like, there's no incentive to change. We didn't rename that. Betterfin, hi, and Pipja, how you doing? Alright, now, stone. Off you go, train. Start mining the good stuff. I didn't actually restrict this, I don't think. We'll see. Question, have you been playing with them all? Can you explain the logic behind some of the circuit? Yeah. Oh, it's unrestricted. I just want to see this go. 10k? 11k? Where will it end? I think at 8k. This thing can hold 16. I think it's 200 to 16. Yep, 16. Is there anything in particular? I have been meaning to do a video. It's not always the same. That was an old thing I did, and then I'd removed it because it was kind of wonky, and I thought I'd actually completely removed it, but it turns out I hadn't. It was a thing so that if you had like one of an item requested, then not all the machines would turn on, and so that was in theory less bot activity, but it's not. It doesn't work. I was trying to do it in a really simple way. Oh, look at that. That's better. These actually need to be warehouses as well. Tell you what, you're almost empty anyway. So yeah, the gears were meant to be like one on the outside. The two outside-most ones were meant to be one, and then divide by 2, and then divide by 3 or something. Trouble is, it also restricted how much it could call in, which was a problem. Oh, Lands, how you doing? Some were 1, 2, 3, some were 1, 3. Yeah, that was as I was experimenting with different numbers. I thought I'd got rid of them all, because, as I say, it was something that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. It really needs a whole lot of extra logic, and there's no space to put that extra logic in. Saltland's throwing down that prime sub. Thank you very much. Should really get rid of these. Oops. The train's on the way. Really appreciate that. Let me show you some love and hype in your words. I didn't show love and hype for Failed Camper. Can we show love and hype for Failed Camper for, and as well as that, for Saltlands as well? Amazon volume up and it covered your voice. Ah. Yeah. Its levels should be pretty consistent, but it's not. Love gift. Oh yes. The other item was I was meaning to say was that next slot is 108 sub points away. No music today? It's in the Amazon thing, which should be popping up. I'm giving it a go. I've got the 30-day free trial, so I'm giving it a go. Works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll switch back. Admittedly, having said what I said before, it's probably, it's like very likely here to stay. It's possibly sadly for some. But unfortunately, it's kind of the way, it's the way it's trending, and it's kind of a forced hand, unfortunately. Because yeah, as I was saying, the copyright apocalypse is coming. It's a matter of time now. Because as soon as one person notices, oh, it's already sort of here, admittedly, but as soon as more are aware of it, and I think the current situation is really going to bring it into the light. Don't see the Amazon thing? There's no music's playing? Whatever works for me is okay? As long as you're okay with it, and like... Yeah, I'd prefer to stay on something that's legally watertight. It's also in preparation for possibly moving, like, going further forward. It's also useful for me if I want to push things to the front page, because I'm more likely to get front page time if I keep everything legally watertight. Even though, admittedly, a lot of people don't really obey it. But, yeah, that's another really good reason for it. Like, if front page means you basically, you're given, like, you are now the first impression representing the Twitch brand, and that's a really big deal. Like, so someone landing on the page potentially for the first time, you're now representing the brand, which is, yeah, as I say, a big deal. And you don't want to be misrepresenting it. And the train's back. Alright, let's have a look, see what's going on over here now. Hey, it's all backed up. Yeah. That's what's going on there. Handbrake not use GPU? I don't rightly know. I don't think it doesn't log in here. That's the other thing too, is it has a separate login from Twitch, which is kind of dumb. And I know quite a few people had to log in twice. I had to log in twice, actually, to even get it on the dashboard. And it also doesn't work on the desktop program. It only works on the dashboard. Or it only works on the browser player, which is really annoying. I guess there's some kind of token that it links to. It's not working? It may say you need Prime Unlimited or something. That's generally what it is. Using the Win app? It should work with the Win app. Oh, no. Yeah, it's in the browser. It's in the Twitch player itself. So it's not separate, like fully separate. Most annoying thing is the volume difference between the songs. Yeah, I've noticed that. It's very inconsistent. The quality varies a lot too. Alright, so we got Stone up and running. Yeah, it's just another super quiet one. I think I got it sitting at like 3/4 volume. And that covers most bases. Trouble is I can't, like, the other one I used, the desktop one, when I was doing it, or my player, I have it near max and then pull it back down again. And there's a bit of a compressor on it. You know what, I'm doing it wrong. Doing it all wrong. Wouldn't be right if I wasn't doing it all wrong. Jeez, this thing's only at half. Train. Yep. Hello, train. What we really need is that. 25, 25. Energy control unit. Spotify want to be more constant. Right, let's grab all of that. Cancel out that. Yeah, they're more consistent on level, audio quality, just a better experience all around, Spotify. They're all fake. None of them are real. That one's real. That one's real. Why did I do something wrong? It didn't copy properly. I must have grabbed the wrong thing. Must have hovered over like a constant combinator or a Wester. Okay. So, we need these. Energy control units. What about you? You've got everything there already. We've got that made. In fact, you're up here. I think. Yeah, there it is. Similar story. Alright. Do I have any others? I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. It's 4 tiers right there. Jeez. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's sniper. That's right. There's 3 levels of both of those. Four. 2 by 2 by 1. 8, 12, 60. What is that? That's 320 versus 384. So it's only a tiny bit better. The 2 by 2. But this one, you know, 4 by 4 just does the job straight away. Alright. Grab you. This is kind of overkill, admittedly. Doing what I'm doing. I need to get these sorted before they start crafting, ideally. Ideally. Hey boys, hey! Went early enough to say hi? Yeah, I've shifted back a little bit. Limit that to like 100. What Oh, you're short on iron. Iron. Oh yeah, because you're not doing, are you? No, we never built the thing to do it properly. Alright, let's chase the next bottleneck. So actually one thing I never really accounted for was the belt speed when I was planning this out. I assumed like a fairly constant belt speed, which is a valid assumption in base Factorio, but it's not really true when you have such a fast belt speed now. How you been, Everest? Keeping busy? I need to go to there. Keeping yourself out of the virus's way, I hope. However you may do that, however you may dodge something you can't see, smell, hear. Those things. Nutrition eater. Right. Now, because it has like no iron, this is going to take a hell of a time getting this upgraded. I thought I did more with this thing. I think it was also like 6. Does more than a green belt. Take that up. Auto trash? Yeah, I think it's time I should just auto trash them. I've been ignoring it and I need to do it. Yeah. Probably do the same with yellow as well. And it's blue. Everything okay downstairs? Having trouble because you asked for an inquiry. Yeah, it's all a bit of... I don't know what it all means in the scheme of things, but yeah, it's there's a lot of tough talking going on. A lot of back and forth. It's one of those things with diplomacy is you got to have some degree of what seems like mindless bravado, but it has a place. Otherwise, because if you don't do that sort of thing, then people just come along and like other countries just come along and walk all over you. I think what it comes down to is where do you draw the line? How far is too far? That's at least my observation with it, because there's always a consistent thing, but there's a lot of really tough to and fro, and it doesn't necessarily lead to anything because it's all part of that sort of process. I have a feeling that's where it's at right now. Hopefully it won't escalate. It's a very, very scary if it does escalate. Very concerning. And very blocked on that lane. Means that this lane's probably making it all the way up. Yeah, it's making its way up. Yeah, we're getting the solid builds. For me, they sanction the world, we don't get cell phones. Oh no. Anyone sanctions them, they get no food. That's true. Although China's been very rapidly pushing into Africa in the last few years. And I think that's part of their plan is they've been slowly, it may have actually been their plan all along, it wouldn't surprise me, is that they plan to increase the world's dependence on them and increase the world's dependence on them and then decrease their dependence on the world to do things. Because that's, they're moving towards a full internalization in the next few years. And that's where Hong Kong and those other places come into play. Africa has no power. Yeah, it's an internal struggle there. Yeah, what was the train of thought? That they there's a whole lot of other things discussing it better than I ever could, talking about what's is really going on with what's really going on, what the big picture is, and it's all internalizing and homogenizing the country and all of its territories. Been there a couple of times. They demonetized all their farmers. Demonetized? The worrying thing is that they're cutting, they're just the Chinese are handing out money to African nations. They're like, oh yeah, this is wonderful, free money. Unlived. And that's probably the long-term goal, is basically just to usurp the entire country or something like that. You know, you cut the money and say, here's some money, and then, you know, loan shark, here's some money, and then come back later when they can't repay it, and say, oh, well, too bad. All about the motives. Again, big picture stuff. Might be forgetting that China is buying a lot of Aussie farmland, shipping grown... Yeah, they've been doing that as well. Northern Territory, in particular, was like an entire port. A big chunk of... Is it the port in Northern Territory is owned by the Chinese now? Northern Territory, not the sharpest tools in the shed. Hard to sell it to them. At least for 99 years. Even worse, because now you're legally, contractually obliged. Yeah, you're right. I'm not. I've been forgetting that, because the mining and farming and mining, a lot of it's just going offshore. Admittedly, that sort of arrangement does benefit us, because it means money's coming in. But it's stuff going out and money coming in for something that's not necessarily How would you say? It's not a sustainable investment, I guess you could call it. Hey, username. How's the day? Pretty good. You ever see that Russian early warning system satellite launch on the 20th? No, I didn't catch that. Fortunately. Yeah, well, let's come over here. Let's do this right. Upgrade these furnaces proper. And get it off the stupid path. Maybe even do some ore processing. Although what's likely to happen is... Oh yeah, you need it for that. I always miss out on those things. It was covered full of people watching one of the action stages falling back to Earth above Victoria. Oh! Ah, missed a good one. Goes like launches? And I saw a Chinese launch recently. Actually seen many other launches recently. The Israel one was an interesting one. I don't know what the Indians are up to currently. Seems to have gone sort of quiet. Was filled to the city. Oh, that would have been hell if that happened. Russia has launched another satellite for their ICBM warning system. It's a strange time we live in, isn't it? We're both working with and working against the Russians at the same time. Very strange. Strange place to be. Kill a satellite? Whatever that's supposed to mean. Shared link? Okay. So I'll just get this started. I know we're sort of tickling on the edge of politics, which I want to try and avoid. Drops presents for Christmas, but it's not one of those kinds of satellites. Away you go. Von Smelterine. I saw earlier. Something like Kaiser Donald Gerber Mainfeen or something like that. It's hilarious. There we go. So is this thing actually capable of keeping up with a belt? I don't remember if I actually calculated or if I just roughed it. I don't think it can, judging by that. Alright, serious flying object. Yep, suspicious baked junk. Lights up the sky. I didn't even hear about that. Guess we could just connect all of them up. Oh, you're looking a little thin. Well, let's make use of all 4 lanes. you're backwards as well. Yeah, 4 lanes should satisfy our needs for now. Sort of not getting to the point, unfortunately. We need to make some preparations for going bigger. Chinese launch was conducting a test of their next crewed launch vehicle, the LM-58. Ah, okay. Getting ready for another crewed launch. Yeah. There you go, handbrake worked. Thought so. File is rescued. Ah, you have modules, so you're going a little slower. I like that this one's just eating the whole belt. I think it needs enriched iron. We're getting the circuits out of it at least. Mostly, nominally. Kinda, but not really. Long March 5B. That's better. Instead of squinting, I'll actually open chatty. Ooh, do I have enough thingies? 26. Alright, we got those. We just need the speed modules now. And that should pretty well do us. And Grumpy throwing down that sub. With the first sub. Thank you very much for that. Welcome, Grumpy. Have you subbed before? I'm trying to figure out if you've subbed before. But thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub. Now unlocked all those beautiful koala emotes. Use them. Enjoy those emotes. And show some love and hype and Chen there for everyone there for Grumpy throwing down the Prime. I can't words today. I don't know if you can tell. That brings it down to 107 to the next slot. It's actually the sub count's creeping back up to what it used to be at, well, when it was actually on more consistently. Close. Wordsmith skills increased by -1. Yep, sounds about right. You need the energy control unit now. Didn't one of the sciences need that? Singularity, charge matter stabilizer. I think those are reusable though. Those are like the fusion cells. That it turns a good one into an empty one and then back into a good one. So once you make them, then it just circulates forever. Right. Battery, components, low density, crystal. There. Lithium battery, there it is. Components, low density, and crystal. 3369. So 3, 3, 6, and 9. Perfect. Perfect. 10 plate, 5 core, and 5 Mark 3s. plate. 10. 5 of these. And an AI core. I think it was 3. Did I get it right? Nope, it was the other way around. There we go. Battery, 10 battery, 20 components, 5 shields, Mark IIs. I've already forgotten, damn it. That was 5. That was components. And 20 of these. Come on. They gave me the pop-up message, but it's not giving me the actual message. Hey, Memory. NASA has completed their launch readiness review of the crew train. Oh, yeah! I've been hearing about it. They're getting ready to go again, aren't they? Mamoru, one of the 2 people with the golden hype on the bit emote the bit emote. I say I'm doing pretty good. Time 1 hour. So you're 5, 5, and 5. Right now we're just setting up shields. 5. 5. And 5. Or just 10 steel, 5 circuit. Like that. Just doing the groundwork to build up a better set of power armor. Red and... I think you do them. Oh, there's actually a Mark IV? Dang. It's just the 2 roboports? Yeah, it was. I can just chug away in the background. I'm doing pretty good today. Uh-oh. Flashing, that's bad. What have I done? I made it yeah. There it goes. Currently set for the 27th at 4:33 EST. The 20th 6:33 AM. Oh, that's an early one. I have to remember to set an alarm for it or something. Try and get up. I can feed those in. The last thing was the control units. What's I need those for? I need the control units for something else. That's rough. I'm pretty sure the sniper one was actually the better one. Oh, apparently I have the submachine gun, so maybe they were better. One shoots fast and low damage, the other shoots slow and high damage. Yeah, the submachine gun one I think was better. Because it just had more sustained DPS. That'd be sneaky. Set that to 20. Actually gaining modules. Although I think that's because I pulled the modules out. Am I putting lithium cells into the network? Not lithium cells even. I'm making a... no. Yeah, you should be on one of these belts. Oh, there they are. Oh, and up there. Oh, they're made right there. Well, I made those elsewhere. Right, heading off, alright? Catch you later. Have a good run. Have a good rest. Now. Oh, off by one. Just announced launch window, but Virgin Galactic has announced the launch window of their maiden Launcher 1 rocket. Mid-air. Boeing 747. So that's the one that go... Is that the one where they... where they're going to be launching it, yeah, from the 747? Like, I know something of it. Like, they actually just slingshot it with a 747. Effectively. Yeah. Ah, crap. Didn't really want to deposit those there. Now, let's find somewhere safe to do this. How long do you take to craft? Productivity we can. No, still the idea from Moonraker. I think it's been a sort of idea that's been kicking around for quite a while. Of course it deletes their fuel. Oh, it's just enough inventory space for it. Tell you what, while that's crafting, let's come down here and do the leggies. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. 10, 10. That's a lot of crap. 10 speed modules? 10 speed modules, 10 AI cores. I say them are more likely to remember them. 10 MSCM plate and 1 advanced skeleton. Advanced skeleton. Question is, did I put those on production? I did. Set that just yet. You need... I actually got into a really steep climb and then drop the rocket from its mounting position. This modified 7-foot transport mount. Okay. 10 advanced circuit, 10 low density, 10 speed 2, and then the next tier. So one of them, 10 of them in line. Let's not be cavalier. 10. I believe it was 10 low density. Yeah, 10 low density, 10 advanced circuit, 10 speed module. Set this to the same thing. Now it will activate because this is calling for that. Then we need... It's interesting, this calls for blue circuits and not red circuits. It's the wrong way around, technically. Airlines could transport replacement engines without having to charter cargo. Huh, who knew those mounts would have come in use in that way? So 30 engines, 20 steel plates, 10 processing units. 30 electric engines. Have you seen the new graphics? You all seen the new graphics in the FFF? The new engine, which is not an engine. And it just generally goes downhill. Well, it's not that bad. It'll certainly take some getting used to, but I think overall, most of them are pretty good. Engine one I'm not confident on. It's the only one it's sort of uneasy about. AI cores. Waiting on nitric acid. Getting nitric acid. Why can't I see anything when I've got night vision on? Wasn't I like putting it into bots or something at one point? God damn it. No armor on? Oh yeah, that's true, but so I don't want to do that. No, it doesn't do it anyway. It turns it off. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, you're quite right. You're very right there. Quite right, very right, all right. I also don't have a fuel cell to power the thing. And then shield. Probably way more than what I need. Oh, there you go. There's the AI cores. Stuart is as old as the plane. How's the logistics trust slots work now? Now, it's in its own tab. And so there's the trash slots down there, which it still functions the same. Like if I shift click that, it's just shift clicked it over to there. You just can't see it directly anymore. And then these have this whole thing going on. If I wanted to request 200, I'd set that to that, and then I won't touch this, and then I won't cap it. Then I can slide this down to say what the max is, down to that. And if I start pushing it down, that'll push that down all the way down to 0, which means only trash it. Which is... it's complicated. Oh, you need speed 2s. How the auto trash slots work. That's basically how the auto trash works now. Is you have this slide bar now. This is how much to keep, and this is how much to throw away. And so now you can't have a circular loop. I make temporary logistics 3. That's what's missing. Not that I know of. Oh, I completely forgot one thing. Which is in the FFF. We're talking about all these brand new icons. But here, the 4 question marks. I need to know, are the 4 question marks being replaced? Fact. There. I'm gonna inquire about that one. Okay, a 2K rail, not only now, not always having... A 2K rail, it's now The only difference is that there's an extra... there's the extra slider here. So if you say 2000... If you want 2000 rail, you got to hit enter. You actually got to hit enter twice. I mean, there is the toggleable logistics, which is a welcome change. Difference now is that you have this slider to remove any excess. See, it's auto-trashed it, the excess. It just means that because the two are integrated now, you can't have a circular request where you're requesting 1,000 but trashing over 800, which is fundamentally a good idea. Because you shouldn't be able to do that. Oh, sneeze. I need to do some dusting. And Nibbleoid, how you doing? Now. Stuff and things and junk. Crap. That thing. And then that thing. Right, you need 50, 50, 50. So 50 copper. 50 steel. And 50 soikets. 50 soikets. Careful which fuel goes into portable generators. Did that mistake? Is that these ones? Oh yeah, did you put the wrong thing in there? I actually had that one. That wouldn't be going forever. 0.4. You're 3.2. There's no reason not to change. And you take 200 circuits, 50 low density, which is basically the old standard. Would I delete when logistics was satisfied? Doesn't search filter logistics like it does for production, only highlights instead of iterating. Oh yeah, it takes these things, I know that much. Did you try and put the uranium cell into it? By chance? Right, so we're also officially calling it the yellow donut. So you make yellow donuts, you make green donuts. Technically, I suppose there is the third donut. Where is it there? Oh, it makes a tiny bit more. Will I make it? Who knows? Probably will eventually. What's our time? 1:18. Yeah, so we upgrade our power armor, then we'll push this out, and then try and expand. We should experiment maybe with these things. Poison cap. Oh, methanol. Does anyone find it annoying that you can't search for production graph screen? Yeah, there. Yeah, just search for ore. Need a shoe if you're wrong? Huh? A large never saw it. I know, it's not like it's hidden up in the corner way up there. Now to eat a shoe. Oh dear. Now I need to actually set the production. Pipe. Yeah, all the way up there in the distance. No, you are requesting donuts. On? Satisfied? I think it's satisfied. somehow. Or did it satisfy itself while it wasn't paying attention? It's entirely possible. Yeah, it's satisfied when I wasn't paying attention. I feel like I'm climbing Everest. Went all the way up there. Yeah, it's a big hike, isn't it? So it probably is. It wouldn't surprise me. It's probably, yeah, Control F. Of course there is. It's Factorio, of course there's an intuitive shortcut. LD4. The other, that's the kill Biders command. Right? Yeah, the chances of me falling for that one are pretty low. It's funny because I have seen people fall for the good old LD4 one. Yeah, window key left arrow. Window key, for going left and right, window key left arrow, window key right arrow. That arranges the windows left and right in the game. Or down arrow. That's to switch to the from production graph to power graph. Format C DOS meme. How do people ever fall for that one? Look at that purple. That would make for one hell of a gas cloud if you saw that. Yeah, putting something. Oh. Stone. I'm delete system 32 folder. It slows down the computer. Fell for force stopping run DLL. Removing all fonts. Oh, I remember the system 32 one. And the stopping run DLL 32. Admittedly, that was one that affected older Windows. Doesn't affect modern ones, because it just relaunches it. It's like, oh, you're done dumb. I'm going to fix that for you. You appear to be trying to do a stupid thing. Let me fix that for you. Screenshot of the desktop and set all the wallpaper to the I've done that before. I've done that. It's funny. The people I did that to caught on pretty quick. Another good one was installing VNC client, hiding the icon, and then just pushing random keys while they're working. That was a good one. Again, the person I did that to caught onto it very quickly. Change backspace with the enter key, locking the computer. Downstairs XKCD font coding comic. I haven't seen XKCD in ages. Flip the win. That's really evil now. Flip the wallpaper, then flip the screen. Yeah, there's some evil right there. Pulling stone out of the chests. Now with USB dongles. Oh, those things are nasty. I wonder how. I'm surprised more hardware isn't becoming resistant to that kind of thing. Like, I'm surprised USB controllers aren't resistant to that now. I suppose there's probably get some good ones which are, but there's probably a vested interest in not, like, keeping them the way they are. Oh, we can always just grab the tritium manually. Switching the language off the keyboard is fun. Changing it to, like, US English to, like the British keyboard is a good one. It'll keep people guessing for a while. Because it only changes a handful of keys. Like, it changes to from at to the quotes. Just a tiny, subtle one, that one. Whee! I can just stay ahead. Hey, now we has power. Do that one accident all the time? It's not funny. Oh yeah, none of these lots of keys are different. Kind of used to it here because there's so many international keyboard layouts you come across. Like around here, you come across US English, UK English, Japanese, and European. So kind of used to all of them. Practice, malware, down, keyboard key to random new key each time it was pressed. It's like the malware equivalent of what's it called? Enigma. Okay, bots, can you... How much you got empty? Oh, a lot. That's the answer. A lot. I need to use more circuits at this rate. Let's empty that. Just let this thing run. Help it along a little bit. It's hopeful that have become possible after Windows enabled the live desktop feature. Windows 7 was that? I don't remember now. It's accused of hacking and thrown in jail. But the thing they said happened didn't, and it was kind of weird. Shit did. It's because I set time for it. Have a cool hacking story as a result. Explain the Kvornik setup? Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. I tend to keep these really simple. So we start with the ore coming in, uranium. We do a standard processing. In Krastorio, we get 3 outputs. We get occasional shiny rocks, 0.7%, mostly dull rocks, and then we also get some iron and some stone. So these are making all of that. We need to dump the iron. However. So yeah, that's sorting out filtering out the stone here. Which is supposed to be going down there. Oh, you're going in there, right. That's right, it's turning that into that. Hang on a tickle. I just need to make one minor adjustment. Stand by. Service improvements. You shouldn't be there. Ow, 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 ow. Plus game, plus. Ow, 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 pointy, pointy, pointy. Right, we've got one shield. Oh, that's a wall, not a shield. It's the Mark 1 shield. That's what we call a Mark 1 shield. Right, you get out of here. So yeah, we get all 4 items out. You can see there's a lot of dull rocks mixed in with stone and crap. So we're filtering out the stone, sending it down to get turned into chlorine. The iron I haven't been dealing with, and I really should have been. Yeah, then we're splitting out the dull rocks and the shiny rocks. And then they get injected into here, so there's a whole priority system here, which then gets fed into the Kavorax, which is actually quite a lot simpler. See, 30 makes 31 and 2 stone. So we're always gaining 1 and always consuming 3 things. And yeah, so we can see there's a little bit of stone coming back out. It's also filtered out here, I think. No, it's here, sorry. Yeah, and then it's sent out. And yeah, and then the shiny rocks just keeps going round and round. 25k science minute battlefield to attach to the map after hitting the win condition, moved on to another one. Another mod. A world on 4 different maps. Oh, you did Krastorio of it. Nice. I have tried to get into Krastorio, like, not Krastorio, doing like a smaller scale Krastorio or Gridlock, but yeah, I'm just not invested in it. Ew. Right, so we need to inject this in. There you sneeze again. Don't need to delete those, and then we can put that back. Yeah, looks like it's all good. Yeah, input priority's there, and whatever output priority, it's fine. And Krastorio 2 comes out with chunked maps. It's going to be a lot more fun for one person to use. Even the, I'm not gonna lie, even the Gridlock cluster, the big one, it was okay for a while, and then just sort of, it was just like, I'm not really invested. I don't know, I didn't enjoy it as much as the original Krastorio. The thing with Krastorio though was it became a race of optimization, and there was only so much you could do. See the thing rising, 1k pickup. That'll unjam this thing. This thing's set up so that the shiny rocks coming out of Kavorax has priority, or what it actually should. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, this one should actually have priority. Doesn't seem to. Oh, at least we're working again. You can actually really simplify this by just building a bot-based one. And even this is like, it's pretty built spaghetti. It could be a little bit less tangled. Oh, I have something in my pockets. I have some hot crap in my pockets. It's like a, those things, Pop-Tarts? Pop-Tarts? Something like that. Things that are just scalding hot in your pockets. No. It's a disaster. Oh, hot pockets, hot pockets. Or is it literally hot pocket? Oh yeah. Pi has, we run on Krastorio if you want to do any kind of science a minute. I looked into Pteranodons, it's been suggested, and I'm not a fan. Like, that is such a bored teenager. That is bored teenager territory. Or bored uni student territory. So you're not consuming anymore. Hmm. And yeah, and so it goes on and on, around and round. 0.05 science a minute before pi L, and he was on 30 UPS. Pyrannodon is just so stupid. That's what it's like. Oh, actually still working. So many liquid. Oh, it's just crazy. He's omnivore. It's basically just saying, nope, can't be bothered with this. Krastorio is just so much better all round than all of them. Yeah, one mod to fix another. They stack. It's one way to put it. Yeah, well, you go in there. What are we down to on stone? And have I created a loop of stone? I may have created a loop of stone. Samson Pi Ale and mod portal is 4 mods because mod portal is capped at XP per mod. I always wondered why it was split up. Thought if there'd be a size cap. Still 3,300-ish. There we go, it's moving correctly again. Yeah, so there's the green rocks, the dull rocks are going around there. They're forced into there first, and then any spillover comes down here, which gets turned into fuel cells, which in turn gets shared with the rest of the base, which is currently going down into science. And so on and so forth. So it gets delivered there. Keep the science going. Very loudly. Fuel cells get consumed over here. In this, I think this is actually a 4... Oh, you're actually running out of fuel. That's not ideal. Well, fortunately, we're making fuel cells again. Actually, productivity, I didn't know you could... Could you? I don't remember being able to. If these are nuclear, now they have fusion. Fusion's kind of wonky. So it's a good idea to have nuclear. Fusion technically does depend on nuclear, because you need tritium, which is how I'm powering the fusion. It's not the only way. You can go pure fusion by crafting the tritium directly, by just combining lithium, the shiny rocks, and rare metals. Which I think I did set up some here, but I forgot to give it the lithium. Wooden pliers. It's dubious usefulness. Thank you for that follow. I mean, when you're in a pinch, you can use what you can. I'm terrible. I'm very terrible. Oh dear. Now, what was the thing I was gonna do? I was gonna do with things and stuff. I've forgotten what that things and stuff was. I think it was get more leggies. 60%. I need two more, one or two more. Oop, -7. So very keen to give me modules. You my leggies? Yes, yes you are. There we go, now we've got some movement, I like this. Shield should be pretty good as well. I don't know what we're getting out of batteries. That remains to be seen. Let's see. So we have... What do we have? We have 3.2 megawatts production. 8, 12, 16, 20. So that's half of it gone right there. Red Mew challenge. 36 hours to complete. Is that the rocket one? Rocket race? Half of it goes into legs. And then one of these eats the rest. I might be able to get away with one. Cat and fish thing teleporting. Oh, the chrono train. Apparently that's the chrono train one is the last one I saw, which was wildly unbalanced apparently. But or is that a different one again? Well, Jesus. Whee! Yeah, the one Anti-Elite was doing. Right, this was what I meant to do ages ago when it was first organising modules. I actually fill all 4 belts. Not really. Some of them not powered. Let's clean up this first. There we go. And we'll speed boost them while we're at it. Yeah, look at that. There we go. I actually need 2 lanes. Yeah, a few too many substations. Ah, Nah, never. Rubbish. Need more. There. Better or worse? You know what we need though? No such thing, exactly. A little help from vitamin... I guess you could call these vitamin B for beacon. You're not a substation. How dare you not be a substation? How's that? It said might. Okay, yeah, that's a fair qualifier right there. Fair point. There we go. This is still struggling. So I have to give it purple belt. It's funny, it's it's not far off filling for red belt. There. That might help it. I had some more bots in my pockets. They might, so it's, as I say, it's fair. The stone's actually waiting now. It's perfect. So true. Right. Now, speaking of... We need to liberate the rest of this area, now that we know that this is actually not connected. Do a little bit of rearranging. And then we can start making use of this space. Finally. Trim off the land there too. Could actually push that down a little bit quite easily. That. Oh, that stuff. Things. Eh, probably fine. Probably move that like down to there and there, or down to there. Either way, it's a very fortuitous arrangement. What would also be a good idea is the bug bomb to get rid of all these. I don't understand the point of it, why they even bothered implementing it in the first place. Like, you automate it out eventually, so it's not really any point to collecting the creep in anyway. Yeah, shoot thing. What's can pick up creep? I had trouble getting him to do that. I'll have to try again. Select it onto... Oh, of course. I'll just leave it lying around and makes... when I build stuff out here, I can just make the bots do it. pesky lasers. Description says it destroys it. I imagine it's just another tile layer like concrete. That was probably excessive. Oh. Well, it survived and died at the same time. Whoops. I survived and died at the same time. Yeah. 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 One job. Yeah, one job. Stand clear of the blast. I thought I actually was clear of the blast. It's funny too, because I was very close quite a few times last time. What am I trying to do? I want... that thing. Engine, steel, and plate. Plate. Some steel. Steal some steel. There's an engine. 1 unit of engine. Use blue bombs. Have a... 50% survival rate? I haven't seen any survive nuclear bombs. I don't actually have the blue ones yet, I don't think. Oh no, I do. Oh no, that's right, it needs the antimatter fuel, which I can't do yet. That was actually the objective of today, was also to make the antimatter stuff. Oh, that's mildly annoying. %, your survival rate, and that you survive more often. Ah. Other way round. Can you run off? Does it actually need actual fuel? Yeah, it needs those specifically. That's annoying. Making me walk all the way over there? Actually, might actually still have some. Oh, where is it? There it is. Nope, none. What I do have is another car, though. Which I was just avoiding having to walk over there to get. Because it should have fuel in it. Why is it so inconsistent with the fuel? Like, you put other fuels in trains, but you don't put... And you can't put that fuel in trains. They take, yeah, normal... They take like wood and all that crap. But cars take refined fuel and trains don't. Ah. There. Off to bed, 6:16 AM. Alright, catch you later, Verifin. Have a good rest. Now, where's my auto vehicle? There it is. Need to put some of the advanced electric engines into it. They're all running? They're all running again, excellent. I think it's almost time to refill the cup too. Time, yeah. Cover the body and maybe refill. No, we'll try and finish the wall. No, we can ram our way through maybe. Here we go. I mean, I have no personal bots. Of course, it's not going to go anywhere. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll push this expansion out, then start working towards the matter production. Ah. Good. Straight across, more or less, straight across. A good mod to have would actually be death markers. I know where it actually was. I make most use LTN, TSM. It depends on the megabase. So one of them I'm using my own thing, and then another one I'm using TSM. I've tried to use LTN. I'm not a fan. Don't like how it works. LTN. Down with LTN, damn it. No LTN. Alright, that's them cleared. Hang on a minute. Oh, did I not save that, running it down? I thought I ran power down. We'd better fix that then, very quickly. Fine, the two tricks you need to make LTN work is you filter the inputs and outputs of every unload. Oh yeah, so it doesn't pollute the signals. Get deaded. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because it's just a tile. It's going to pull it up just like a tile. Trouble is also got to supply these. That might be one of them feature me problems. One of them there, those feature me problems. And murderize the trees. It's not a blueprint, it's an actual thing in the copy and paste. I'm on the wrong side of the wall. A Mark II, I think. Oh, never mind. Let's not make a Mark II then. There. Now we've got a whole lot more space to work with. Just got to get rid of that now. Lots of space to work with. Yeah, I'll save that for another time. Expanding up to there. Yeah, I can get rid of all that. I will cut the wire here. Hopefully nothing will attack it. I think it's, yeah, it's well clear of pollution. I think the pollution's actually shrunk a little bit, which isn't ideal. Don't want pollution shrinking now. Yeah, we can take up these walls, give ourselves room. I keep saying that like we're going to build something sometime soon. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those future me things again. Faster bots, I do. So, they need to do more bot speed research. Would help if I add more roboports to the armor as well. Get it up to robot speed 18, then you won't have any problems. Make them get some fish. Fish are important. Gotta get all the fish in the game. No other reason than you gotta get all the fish in the game. There's lots. Trees are the real enemy, they are. Wakey. Said wakey wakey, there you go. Yeah, that's empty. I thought so. I need a second thingy. Workable. Charged. It's too bad I can't really see what's going on in the little electric network in there. Powering bots is a pain. It always has been. In vanilla, you can only power like one. By default, you can only power like one personal robobot Mark II. Like actually power it. Like, if you would actually satisfy it properly, you can only do one. anymore, and you're always in. And I think that's with 2 reactors. What is it? It's with 4 reactors in vanilla. That's how crazy it is. You actually need 4 reactors to power 1 Roboport. You can get away with it because you have a battery and all the buffers. Tractor is better. They are better. The one I've got is 3.2 megawatts. So the yellow donut is 3.2. There's a blue donut after that. I think the blue donut was an extra megawatt as well. You could probably get away with 1 blue donut just. Can't reach. Bad attitude. There we go. I'm really going to make it a 1-to-1 ratio for reactors reports. I did actually make a little thing that tweaked that sort of thing. It's called Equipment Fix. It's on the mod portal. It's literally all it does is changes the vanilla reactors from 750 kilowatts to like 2 megawatts or 3 megawatts. Like, it was a bit silly, but I was just so sick of waiting for boss to charge. At least we managed to get more out of the solar panels, because they're not completely useless now. Yes, what is it? It's like 40 kilowatts instead of 10. 10 was terrible for what you get for the crafting time and all you invest into it. You get a measly 10. There we go. Just another one. Apparently you already made one. Ah. Ah. Oh. There you go. Oh dear. Oh, 30 instead of 10. Andrew, listen, how you doing? Yeah, blind. That's a blind right there. Oh, where's that car? Hey, you can have the other car's fuel now. This one. It's barely used any of it. Oh yeah, the thing I was talking about before, which I didn't really allude to, or the thing that I alluded to with the fusion is... They also need fuel? Yeah, they also need fuel in Krastorio. Yeah, the thing I alluded to was the fusion actually also... It needs to consume power to then produce power. So you can't start from dead, this thing. Yeah, it needs 500 megawatts. It needs to consume 500 megawatts to then produce 4 megawatts, something like that, 4.5. So things get a bit weird. Fortunately, it's eaten all the fuel cells. Yeah, same with the green donuts. They need nuclear fuel cells. Need lithium. One whole thingy of tritium there. Cool. Fertilizer. There it is. Off by a tile. There we go. There we go. Now we can make all of the thingies and stuff. What are you waiting on? Sure. Yeah, stop the complaining at long last. Zone bot network? No? I mean, I got this horrible, vastly expansive bot network that I really shouldn't be doing. It's gonna take a while. Oh look, a little inanimate. Are these like a little inanimate carbon rods? Make me a thingy, damn it. There we go. Okay. So, I want to get into the wonderful world of matter. Do I need immersium beams? How about we start these things in the make everything? What are we working on? So before, we were just getting more stone, so we got more stone. We were also fixing this expansion here. So there's a huge chunk of land here to expand into. I can actually fill that whole lake in. And then we could even just move over here and mega base our way. Maybe even fill all that in. Maybe even just fill that in, that in, that in, and just, yeah, just go nuts. Mega base. Or just further out here even. I might... It's better to do it out here and keep this going than try and build over the top of it. What I want to do for the mega base? Not sure. As yet. I'm going to try and do some infinite science. Or at least. I would like to go big with it. Going nuts sounds great. It sounds like a good idea. I don't think I could possibly go wrong with that. The only downside is this map isn't really catered for it. It's only a default map. And that shouldn't be a big deal. Almost full. Yeah, and then it can swap between the robot ports and the laser turrets. I might not even need the battery anymore. I might just be able to get away with the one little one. Got this thing over here for landfill. Alright, I think we'll pause here. I'll paste these first. We'll pause here for a moment, then I'll refill the coffee and all that, take a break, and then we'll continue on and get the matter stuff going.